Hello dinosaur survivors! ARK Survival Ascended was launched last month, and of course we had to jump back into our beloved Norwegian Vikings server run by Stephen B to check out what's new in the world of dinosaurs. Not only that, but this time we would also join the admin tribe and play with a few more people than usually. I'm more of a solo player most of the time, so this is gonna be new to me too. I spawn into the server and start with the most basic survival task, picking berries and fiber to get started. Not only for the basic needs, but also for the experience I will gather through farming. Also some clothing. As the only woman in the tribe, I can't get the guys distracted from work.
Did you just giggle like a girl?
I am a girl.
One thing I will probably never get used to is how I am as a normal sized player. I'm still smaller than the grass around me. Like, I get the idea, but at some point, especially when a base starts being settled, that grass should go away. But for now, we're just as hidden as if we playgrounded. It's funny though, cause I still need the map markers to find my base, or basically everything in this game. Since we're a few people, I start to get some food cooking. One thing ASA has figured out is how to keep me thirsty or hungry permanently. Like, I walked 2 steps and I could snack again. I decided to farm also more wood, because that's something we probably need a lot for keeping the fire going and building. I also make a cooking pot just in case and place it next to our natural causes inspired foundation base. Of course, I'm thirsty again, and the way down to the water is long and the stamina is empty. But I managed to take some sips from that dirty and murky water over there. At the beach, I see that there are still some resources left, so I decided to farm more wood and also rocks. Especially these bubble rocks. They don't look as nice and shiny anymore in ASA, but rather crusty. I hope they still have more metal than normal rocks though. I can now also make a hat, but I'm missing hide for gloves and shoes. The problem is though that now during the launch there's a problem with animals proper respawning. And finding them is rather challenging. While trying to scout for animals and picking fiber, I met the player versus environment part in PvE and fall down a cliff which was hidden behind all of these plants. So I grab my bow and I decide to sneak up on a raptor, just to find out that the alpha raptor alpha cloud loads in way later than it usually did. So yeah, let's not do this. Next, I find a Pelagornis, but a flying and fleeing animal combined with my aim is probably not the best reliable choice of animal to get hide from. But this parasaur will do. I start shooting, just to realize that I had wasted way too many arrows on that Pelagornis already, so I run and farm flint so I can craft them on the go. Steven, who sees me struggling with the parasaur, of course me hungry again and out of stamina, helps me shooting it, and together we defeat it and I can finally farm some hide. That hide I do not turn into shoes and gloves, but I decide to switch to hide armor right away instead. I mean, I can make the boots later, but a better survival now is much more important. Because of the lack of meat through the lack of animals, Pose decides to test if bigger player characters might yield more meat when farming. So our food issues might be solved that way. He made the biggest and chubbiest character he could create. Thor would probably be proud of it. You know, the mythology chubby one, not the movie one. Unfortunately, the meat yield of a body is not dependent on its size, and our short glimpse into cannibalism died down as quickly as it had lit up. Quack managed to build up the water tanks to the base, so we don't have to run down to the beach every single time we're thirsty. That's such a quality of life change. Since water is pipeless now, we can just plant a water tap everywhere in range of the water tank and we will just get fresh water. I went down to the other side of the beach and I spot a stego, which is already a rare sight. But it also has 2 baby stegos with it, and when I go closer I see that all 3 are level 140. We were absolutely not ready to tame something yet, we didn't even have trank arrows made. So the only way to make use of the situation would be to kill the mother and claim the babies. But all I got was a simple bow with 2 little arrows. I suggest to my tribe mates my plan to kill the mother and get the babies as farmers. And I was met with disbelief that this would be even possible early in this game.
Come on. Oh, we could. I mean, we could make a lot of arrows and just drag it into the water, I guess.
And that they would only eventually join me. The thing is though, once I have an idea, I'm like a cat that just stole a treat bag. I won't let go, and even if I had to lose a tooth for it. I didn't want to wait, so I crafted more arrows and started shooting the adult stego myself. I didn't do a lot of damage, but when I said in voice that I was no following up with my plan alone, it surprisingly summoned Quack to join me, and we both managed to take out the mother and each claimed a 140 stego baby, which then turned into level 210s. We didn't think that was even possible. And our day on ARK Survival Ascended, the island, ended with raising and imprinting 2 strong farmers that would in the next days help us build our base and establish the tribe on the server.